It's been a marvelous couple of days for the NBA, a great stretch of games, like legacy game after legacy game, important games after important games. Today in this video, I'll be predicting the second round of the playoffs and giving my opinion about a couple of bad people in the NBA. Okay, let's begin with some surprises. I'll look into the winners of the playoffs in the first round of the playoffs. I'll start from the Heat to the Lakers. I'll go over every single team, every single matchup, just review what happened real quick so I can, base my opinion on those wins better for the second round. Well, let's begin with the first matchup, Heat versus Bucks. What a win from the Miami Heat, an absolutely blockbuster win. I also talked about this in my previous video about Giannis, which was fully dedicated to that loss. A great win, definitely a surpriser. New York, Cleveland. This was a surprise for Cleveland about how bad they were, honestly, as a team. Very surprising, a very, very surprising loss from them. Honestly, I expected New York to at least, struggle more while winning, but no, they absolutely dismantled the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who knew? Philly versus Brooklyn. Philly destroyed Brooklyn. Obviously, Brooklyn wasn't a proper playoffs team. They only got there because of their early season wins. That's okay. Then shitty lost. Boston versus Atlanta. Atlanta played quite well for the couple of last games. Boston obviously won. A better built team overall. Trae Young shows flashes of himself once again. However, he was quite shit at times too. But I will not be dissing Trae Young because of this playoff, because I think he played quite well with an absolutely unidentifiable cast of players with him. The players that were next to him were not that good. Denver versus Minnesota. Denver won, obviously. Anthony Edwards looked great in this series. Gobert actually looked good in this series. Karl Anthony Towns was the big loser from this series. Honestly, if I'm a Minnesota fan, I don't want Cat in my goddamn team. He was way better. He used to be way better. That's what I believe. He got off an injury though, so I'm not going to be dissing him. Phoenix versus LA. Well, obviously they didn't have Kawhi, they didn't have Paul George. Russell Westbrook tried, but Phoenix won. Honestly, Westbrook played amazing in some of these games. What a series. Warriors versus Kings, I think this was the best series. This was like the best or second best series of the first round. Amazing offensive matchup. The Warriors destroyed the Kings in the last game though, which was quite sad because I wanted the Kings to win low-key. But yeah, Steph Curry basically proved himself. LA versus Memphis, the Lakers versus Memphis basically. This is also a kind of an underdog win, as the Lakers weren't projected to be here at all. Now they're in the second round, they got a nice squad, they got LeBron, they got AD. LeBron kind of looked old, like dementia in some of these games. But yeah, AD played absolutely wonderful. So now I'll be looking at who will win the next matchup, who will win the next part of the playoffs, the second round. Miami versus New York. Honestly, Miami is so unpredictable. They could do whatever the fuck they do, like they did to the Bucks. Like anything could happen. Jimmy is injured, however, and Julius Randle is injured. So both of like the best players, or the second best players if you're a Jalen Brunson fan, they're quite injured. So, but yeah, I think New York is a better team overall. Obviously, the Miami Heat are a bunch of second stringers or third stringers. They're kind of like a weird team right now. But yeah, I think New York will win in 7 or 6 games. Philadelphia versus Boston, our second matchup. Harden played incredibly last night against Boston and basically destroyed them without Embiid in the team, which is their best player, honestly. But yeah, he played amazing, and if he's like this the entire series, which I doubt, it will be an amazing playoff matchup, and Philly might win. Boston is Boston, however. I think that this is only a little flop that they, can get over. Boston in 6 is probably my prediction, but this is an insane matchup that requires Harden to be healthy, I think. I don't think Philadelphia are going to be doing this every single game, honestly. No way. Yeah. Also, Denver versus Phoenix. One little thing in the Boston Celtics matchup, like the game wasn't a complete domination. Let me rephrase. It's only because of a couple of mistakes done from the Celtics at the fourth quarter that led to this loss. Like a couple of more bad plays, a couple of more good defensive plays from the Celtics, and this game would have just been won by the Celtics. But yeah, we're currently having this discussion right now because Harden got fucking on his balls last night. Yeah, Denver versus Phoenix. Well, this is a good fucking matchup. Jokic is basically showing himself right now with actual good role players. Because a couple of years ago in the playoffs, everyone was talking about how Jokic fell off in the playoffs. I don't get it. His team didn't win, but he actually didn't fall off at all. His team is just garbage in the playoffs usually because he has no good players with him. Currently, Jamal Murray is playing good, KCP is playing good, Aaron Gordon's playing good. Jamal Murray kind of played shit last night, but let's be honest. But still, I think Denver will win this series in 6 because Phoenix has no depth. KD in the playoffs has been kind of disappointing, I'm gonna be honest. But honestly, maybe they might come back because it's KD. LA versus Golden State Warriors, what a matchup. I think that this is the best matchup from the second round. AD versus Damian Lee is basically what we will be watching. LA in 7 maybe. This is again a very unpredictable matchup. Like, I did not expect the Lakers to even be here, let alone play against the Warriors. That's so weird. Yeah, basically it matters on AD because Warriors are known to have a big man problem. However, Damian Lee filled that gap in the Sacramento matchup. But will they be able to fill that matchup against Anthony Davis instead of fucking Sabonis? Let's see. Now, Dillion. I want to talk about Dillion. The playoff matchup talk is done. Dillion Brooks, during the Lakers series, talked a bunch of trash to my guy LeBron. And he talked a very, very, very much of trash, like an extensive amount of trash to LeBron. Which is okay, but he just was such a sore loser and was such a bad vibe that the team decided to publicly state that they won't be re-signing him as a free agent, which is insane. This early in the postseason that a team is making an announcement like this. But yeah, it's basically his season all around, has been just hatred on hatred. Honestly, everyone hates him. He basically acts like the biggest hater in ball, but has no credit or has no ways to show his game, He's a trash-talking king. However, he's also bad at defense at times. Bad shooter. And basically bad at everything else except defense on some ends. So yeah, this was a Dillion Brooks little hate area. But honestly, he's good for the basketball game. He's fun, But I don't think he'll be playing with Memphis next year at all. Yeah, this has been quite a fast video. I hope you guys actually catched up, and I love you guys. Bye.